Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Agadero.
And I'm your co-host, Chris Blackwood. What up, what up, what up, what up? Let's go.
Listen, man, we want to thank all you guys for supporting us.
Thank you.
YouTube, running up those numbers with that Elijah Fisher interview. We appreciate that.
Come on.
Continue to follow us on Apple Podcasts. Keep subscribing. Shout out to the team Tidal League, and go on the website, man. We got a lot of amazing articles on there that are very dope. So just continue to keep supporting Hip Hop Hoops. You dig?
You dig?
Listen, I want to do a quick shout out to my young boy, Ezra. Ezra plays for Triple Balance.
Mm-hmm.
He's the young boy coming up. He's super dope. I knew him as a youngin'. He really, really loved basketball now.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in the Jane and Finch Classic.
Ooh,
and he's going to be playing in the Top Gun tournament with his team, his squad, Triple Balance. So we're going to go check that boy out, man. Shout out to my boy Ezra. Let's get it.
All right, Ezra. Let's go.
And listen, man, I want to talk about we're going to talk about Anthony Davis and his
resurgence, man. He's here, man.
We're talking about the Lakers period. And what does this mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right? LeBron is playing phenomenal. The Lakers are playing phenomenal.
I wouldn't say he's playing phenomenal. He's playing okay in my eyes. I guess I take him for granted.
I want to say the Lakers are playing phenomenal.
He's been dominating for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean? And now he is falling. To me, he's falling back because of age and all that.
Right.
He picks and chooses spots now. He's playing off the ball. We're seeing stuff. I'm quoting Draymond. We're seeing stuff that we've never seen LeBron do. He's like 95% of the time he ain't even bringing up the rock like that. You know what I mean?
He has D'Lo, and he has Schroeder.
Pieces.
So he has some good pieces around him.
You know what I mean? But
Lakers are playing. They're looking real scary. They're playing at a high level right now. Since they made those trades. So I want to put some context into it because a lot of people are like, well, they only had a certain percentage to make the playoffs.
Right.
This is not the same team.
No, it's a different team.
It's like they got rid of 6 guys.
Right.
Like this is a totally different team. So I get it, Laker fans, but chill. What has been making this team go? They beat Memphis in the first round.
Injury riddled Memphis.
I just don't think that Adams or Clark would have made a difference. I think they still would have lost.
I think they would have.
I think
I'm totally wrong.
Memphis is immature.
And Ja wasn't even 100.
Well,
come on,
you're playing.
You can say that
100.
all you want, and I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying if you're not 100%, you're not 100%. And not everybody. I remember a lot of the leaguers always say, going into the playoffs, nobody's 100%. I'm talking about this guy's hand was like in a cast, not a cast, but
stop jumping over people and thinking like you're playing at the YMCA. Sir,
that's
learn
part
how
of
to play basketball and stop thinking you can just jump over everybody.
That's part of his game, though.
Well, he's gonna have a short career if he doesn't fix up. We've seen what happened. We've seen what happened to some of the greats, the Russell Westbrook,
the D Roses, understood.
Super high athletic guards.
Yeah,
but them skilled guards, they were able to play a long time. So Ja, man, get in the gym, stay out the clubs. I seen you in the club already.
The other day, dag.
You got to get in the gym, sir.
All right.
But I wanna talk to you about debating. When you first joined the Hip Hop Hoops family, obviously this was one of the best free agent signing, was
Appreciate
Woods.
You, my brother. Thank you.
Joining the team.
Thank you for the call up.
No, listen, man. It was a no-brainer. It made all the sense in the world. But debating, you get into debates with people and you got to understand when you debate with somebody and they call you a hater right away, you got to remove yourself from that debate. Just block it, hang up the phone, run away.
You know what? It took me a long time to even know that.
Right.
You had to put me on game with that. I want to fight.
I had to learn too.
I want to fight.
No, I know. You want to go to the doorstep.
I want to go to the doorstep, man. Let's do this.
We had to chill. So I get it, but it's like you gotta figure out who you're arguing with and who you're debating with.
Right.
But if they call you a hater right away, it's because they can't articulate themselves when it comes to basketball.
Or they can't articulate themselves with their emotions in the way as well.
Yes, that is true.
You know what
Emotions
I'm saying?
plays a major part in this. A lot of people are so, emotionally attached to, LeBron James and the Lakers. Davis, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, Jazzy's a Lakers.
I'll give you that. I'm a Raptor. I'm a Raptor guy all day, every day. Yes. And sometimes I get caught up.
No, you get caught up, but we got to take emotions out of this and just critique, basketball. Right. I have no reason to, side with players and teams. Or well, obviously Raptors gonna be my team for sure. Right. But I don't have no agendas. Right. I just critique basketball. I'm very objective when I talk about this game, and every time I bring something to the table as far as debatable topics, I'm able to support that with facts.
That's all you need, man.
I always support it with facts. I don't come here and I say stuff and not support it with facts. And people have to understand when you are debating with somebody and you can't support it with facts, and all you can come is, "Oh, you're a hater." Just go the other way. Just go the other way. Or you're going to be arguing with somebody and it doesn't make any sense.
And even kind of breaking down the art of debating. I could be wrong, but it's almost like an essay. You know what I mean? I was always taught, you got to state your point.
Yep.
You got to prove it, back it up with an example. So illustrate, state, illustrate, and elaborate.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
There you go. Like, so it took me a while, but while you're stating, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then you illustrate. Before you elaborate, your emotions may get in that. So that's where you got to balance that issue.
Yes, you always have to take your emotions out. And when you talk basketball, just come with your facts.
Just come with your facts, baby.
And that's it. Support your argument. That's all. It.
Leave the name calling alone, man. You know what I mean? That's a man's manhood sometimes, man. Getting all personal and stuff with it.
Listen, I don't want no beef, but, topics. Anthony Davis was a topic that I was debating about. And Anthony Davis, they had the argument about Anthony Davis is a top 5 player when healthy.
Right.
My argument is you
can't do that.
Once you're only playing 55 games for a year, you're disqualified.
Right.
You can't be considered a top 5 player and you're only
for that particular year.
Well,
but it's been like that for.
But when you put when healthy, that means he's never healthy.
Right.
So why are we talking about it?
Right.
Kawhi Leonard is the greatest player in the NBA when healthy. That's like an asterisk. Like we can't even talk about that anymore.
Right.
Like it's over. Right. So that is my whole like I think a lot of people who are emotionally attached to a lot of these players and they just follow whatever team they go to.
Right.
Their emotions are so involved where they hate the facts. Right. So when we talk about Anthony Davis and him being a top 3 player in the NBA, and then the next game he gives you a dud,
right?
And then they're like, well, it's always an excuse to it, right?
Right.
So, what are your thoughts on Anthony Davis on how he's been performing in this playoffs, and where do you rank him?
Well,
as far as the top tier players in the league,
I'm always going to rank him as a top 10 player, top 10 for sure,
right?
He would have been a top 5 if he was available for the last 3 to 4 years.
He hasn't. I don't think he's ever played 82 games in his whole career.
Right. So. But I say that to say this playoffs, it's been a resurgence of the name, like all the name calling he's been dealing with in the last previous years.
Anthony Day-to-Day Davis.
Yeah.
Always disappointing.
Street clothes.
All
that. You know what I mean?
Tin Man, Marshmallow Man.
Okay. I get it. We get it.
Scarecrow.
We get it.
Right. Okay.
We get it. I say that to say this particular NBA playoffs, he's been doing his damn thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though against the injury riddled Memphis squad.
Yeah.
And what he's doing against Golden State, it's like he's the stimulus package. He's too quick for Looney. You know what I mean? At this time right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's too big for Draymond to guard. You feel me? And his defense is on point right now.
He didn't block any shots a few games ago, but he definitely altered a lot.
He's altering a whole lot, So I gotta give him his credit. Still not a top 5. You can't just because of his availability.
We were talking about Anthony Davis being a top 2,
because of his availability,
top 3 player.
You know what I mean? It's just it's hard. You can't do that, man.
Right.
You gotta be available, which he is not.
Right.
Unfortunately.
So what
but
do you
definitely top 10.
How do you feel about the Lakers as a whole? Like their team are
I mean,
do you see like, because it's very interesting on how this whole thing is playing out. They're a 7th seed, and they're looking like they can go to the chip.
They're looking like it. Like, and the beautiful thing about this particular playoffs, the transparency, luck. There's so many variables that are helping out teams right now. You know what I mean? I still feel like the Miami Heat are taking all the Raptors' shine. Imagine if the Raptors did what they're supposed to do against Chicago. We would have beat Miami. But anyway, we didn't. It's all good. Miami's on the verge of possibly going to the Eastern Conference Finals as a play-in team. You know what I'm saying?
As a play-in team.
Fast forward to the Lakers. Like, they're doing their damn thing. Let's just say, Phoenix beats Denver. I would put my money on Lakers versus Phoenix. You know what I mean? Just because of their depth. You know what I mean? But, I mean, KD and Booker, wow. But that's a story.
They average damn near 100 points together.
That's a story for another day.
They almost averaging 100 together.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, yeah, I love the transparency, man. Lakers are doing their damn thing right now.
They definitely are. You got to give credit
since that trade, I should say. What's his name? Pelinka?
Rob Pelinka, yeah.
Pelinka looking like the GM of the
year right now.
Of the last 2 years now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But definitely GM of the year for the second half of the season after the trade deadline. Sorry, Pat, Bev, and Russell, you ain't getting a ring if these guys.
They are going to get a ring though.
They are though?
Yes. They will get a ring. They said, yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And people they played a crucial role. They have to get rid of those guys to thing.
DeMarcus Cousins actually got a ring as well for
2020. I've seen that 2020 season, right? Yeah, I heard about that one, man. But yeah, man. Right now, I'm just loving the playoff. So
I have a question for you. Where, if LeBron James wins this ring, where does he go, man? Where do you place him? Is he number one for you now? Like he has 5 rings. It would take him 11 tries to get that. 11 tries to get that 5th ring.
Right.
Maybe another Finals MVP, maybe possibly, depending on how if AD.
There's no way he can get Finals MVP.
Well, you just don't understand LeBron James's power. Then he definitely getting the MVP.
You know what I mean?
To write this story, to make it a perfect story.
Oh man!
But what does this mean? If LeBron gets the 5th ring, is he number 1? Where does he rank for you?
He'll hold the number 2 spot. Jordan put it in context. Jordan did this in a certain amount of time. You can't, like, LeBron
14 years, 15 years.
You know what I mean? But like when he was really dominating, like he was dominating as an elder, as a wizard.
And played,
you know what I mean?
And played all 82 games.
Right?
I think his final year, almost 40 years old.
I just felt like LeBron is one of the greatest athletes of all time, and I think NBA players should take a page out of his book on how to take care of your body and all.
One
that
of the
good
greatest
stuff.
players of this generation. I still got Kareem over him. If he wins this 5th, man, he probably gonna leap past.
But JJ Redick brought up a great point though. Like even with Bill Russell, like no disrespect to the rings, but he ended up playing like I wish I had the stats in front of me, but playing less amount. Like there wasn't a lot of teams back then.
I don't put Bill Russell up there for me. Right? He's in the top 10.
But a lot would say he's part of Mount Rushmore because
not for
rings.
me. I see Stephen A. Smith say that, but not for me because he was even the best player on that team. And
they had a whole lot of
Hall of Famers
on that team.
Yeah,
right?
he wasn't the best player on that team. He only averaged like 18 a game, so his individual stats weren't as like that. So people only think it's 6 rings. It's not only 6 rings. It's 6 rings for Jordan, but the individual stats are ridiculous. He still has like the highest playoff scoring average.
Right.
He has 10 scoring titles. Right. He had like 9 in a row or something crazy. He has 2 three-peats where he had 3. He had one where he did it the first time, retired, came back and did another three-peat.
We took a loss.
Well, he came back midway through the season, lost to Orlando, and then came back and spanked Orlando,
smacked them.
The same Penny and Shaq.
Sellout stuff.
So it's like those are certain things. He just still did things that people haven't done.
Like,
He
people are
has
not going to
probably
talk about that.
one of the most perfect seasons ever, where he won MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star MVP, Slam Dunk Contest champion, scoring title, like that. Like he had like the perfect season. End up winning the championship, then Finals MVP. Like he won every single award that you can win in 1 year,
in way less games than LeBron. Period.
So you know.
So I mean, put stuff into context. The new world, this new NBA, like guys and fans are they're and LeBron fans. LeBron's great. Don't get it twisted. But I'm just like, come on, you can't compare him to MJ.
They're gonna come and say you're a hater. So.
It's okay, man. Just put respectfully at the end, please. When you hit me on the DMs, please. You know what I mean? Please.
I want to talk about the defensive players of
Let's
all
go.
teams. So we had on the second team, we had Caruso.
Yes. No, was he on the first team?
Sorry, this is first team. Yeah. First team is Caruso.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Brook Lopez. And it had Mobley. Mobley is a very odd one for me because it's like I don't know if I thought I watched a lot of Cavs games, but I was kind of surprised when he, and that's my guy. I love Mobley.
That's your guy.
But I didn't see him in there as where he would have been a finalist. Like,
well, him and Allen were doing their damn thing. Maybe because Allen wasn't playing that much.
Right.
Like, once again, it comes down to availability, right? He missed a few games.
Right.
More than a few. Allen, that is. But who knows? Maybe Allen was teaching him the ropes, man. He was a hell of a
was he doing like
Mobley was doing a lot.
So on the second team, we got Bam, OG, we got the boy Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks, can you say that again?
Dylan Brooks.
Come on now.
So
hold that.
All those guys talking about see you in China next year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So disrespectful.
Draymond, who plays for the Lakers.
He has moments. Yeah. He's super clutch.
And then we have Derek White.
Bars.
Yes.
Bars.
He's super clutch.
He's super clutch.
So we have Bam for the Heat, OG for the Raptors, Dylan Brooks for Memphis Grizzlies, Draymond Green for the Lakers, and we have Derek White for the Celtics. What are your thoughts on those teams?
I think they got it right. I think they got it right. I mean, Boston was top 2 team. I
don't see Joel Embiid there.
Huh?
I don't see Joel Embiid there.
Once again, availability, I guess. He missed a few games, more than a few, but yeah, Joel should have been up there for real.
I believe so.
Right? But I was just happy. I wish Caruso would have made second and OG would have made first, because to me, he was the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
But I feel they got it right.
I'll
give it to them.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay. Well. I'm glad Dylan got his flowers. But they're making it sound like he wasn't going to get nothing.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Again, Dylan did his thing while the other players were out. So when Ja wasn't playing, he held the fort down.
They were number 2.
He held it down for them to be a number 2 seed. Man. So they can say what they want, but it is what it is.
Dylan ain't in no clubs, tell you that much. I actually seen him in the gym the other day.
He definitely was in the gym.
Come on, man, getting them shots up.
Yep, right away. I want to talk about Milwaukee's coach. I think this was...
and going back to the defensive stuff. One second. Giannis put out a tweet. Say he's coming. He's tired of the disrespect.
Come on, what? Pause. But where you going?
Pause.
Where are you going?
Listen, man, he's upset that he didn't get acknowledged on any of the defensive teams, man.
Bro, you got cooked.
He was the number one team in the regular season.
Got cooked by a playing team, sir. Go get a bag. Go get a game. And that's it. Nobody wants to hear it.
He was hurt.
I don't want to hear it.
Back.
Listen, if this, like I said before, if this was LeBron James, the memes, I had my meme waiting. I couldn't use it, but I had it waiting in the cut. Like, let this boy lose to Memphis. I got like 3-4 memes ready to just post. Couldn't use them.
Right.
Still can't use them. So guys were waiting for KD. They're waiting. So we got to keep that same energy. I'm coming and I don't know where you're going, sir. I don't care. You lost to an A seed. This is probably one of the biggest letdowns in NBA history. They were the number 1 overall seed in the whole entire NBA, and they lost not only to an A seed, they lost to an ugly play-in team. And don't tell me this is not a normal eighth seed. I hear that type of stuff. Listen, Bam played because they didn't play together. Bam played like 70 games. Kyle Lowry, I think, played the least amount of games with like 50-something games. Jimmy Butler played like 68 games. They all played a lot of games.
Right.
They just were bad all year.
Yep, they weren't that good.
So let's not I don't want to hear it. We got to give that same energy. Giannis is at home in Greece, talking about he's coming.
He's coming.
Where you going, sir? Anyways, I don't want to talk about that no more. You got your coach fired. Let's talk about that. Floor is yours. Was that unfair firing right there? Because we're starting to see this happen now. Coaches are getting fired.
I don't think it wasn't unfair. Mind you, last year was a disappointment in their eyes. You know what I mean?
They just won the chip 2 years ago.
Right. But, this league is result driven. And what has you done for me lately? And
wow.
Listen, I mean, I think with Coach Bud, it came down to adjustments. The lack thereof. You know what I mean? And then this year losing to Miami and hearing Giannis say, like, yo, I'm just doing what the coach tells me to do. When there's times people felt he should have been guarding Jimmy or whatever the case may be.
That boy running. Cut it off. That boy running.
I'm just saying.
That boy
and
running.
what sucks is it just shows you how cold the NBA is. The NBA teams are. Like, Coach Bud just lost his brother, I think, during Game 4.
They care about that?
Who knows? Who knows how close he was to his broski? Like,
no, I'm not saying that he doesn't care about losing his own brother, but I'm saying the NBA don't care about that.
They don't.
Clearly,
but I'm
they
just
don't.
Like, the NBA maybe, but I'm talking about the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, the owners, like, fam, the man just lost his bro.
They don't care. You lost.
Damn.
That's how cold they are. They don't care about
result driven.
No, exactly. You know that's what it is, and it's unfortunate, but it's like, who are you gonna go get to come in and coach the best player in the world who missed 13 free throws that game and was playing hot potato with the ball? Right. So
right.
Like when
he didn't want nothing to do with that. He did not want to go to the free throw line.
I've never seen the best player in the world do such a thing.
It was like that
game. Even when Shaq was going to the line with his big hands, he was clanking them, but he was clanking them with confidence.
With confidence. Someone rattle in.
Yeah, someone rattle in.
Right.
He was slingshotting them things to the basket.
Yeah.
Hey.
But real talk. Imagine trying to shoot a tennis ball in the basket.
Hey, that's what he's doing.
That's one of the greats. So, Diesel.
Giannis ran from the line. He ran from his coach, and his coach is fired. They just won the chip a few years ago.
So that's Frank Vogel.
Yes.
Last 4 champions.
Frank Vogel.
Yeah.
We got Bud.
Yeah.
We got Nick Nurse.
Yeah.
And all we still have is Tyronn Lue, and we still have Steve Kerr. Man. So those two are the only guys still coaching.
Steve Kerr,
right
Ty Lue.
Those are the only 2 guys.
Ty Lue would not get fired from the Clippers. He would quit.
It's just
he would probably
it's like, who are you gonna get? So it's like, are you gonna bring Nick Nurse in to coach Giannis? Like, who are you gonna get?
Like, I think Milwaukee needs a coach that
the coaches can limited right now.
Can adjust on a fly. I don't want to see Nick Nurse over there because that'll be scary. Give Nick Nurse the weapons. He's a problem.
So are we gonna bring Dwayne Casey back? And
I'm hearing rumblings.
Dwayne Casey and JJ
Redick and that. Oh man,
but what is that? I don't want JJ Redick here.
I wouldn't mind Dwayne Casey though. A familiar face.
Bro, what are we doing?
Pound the rock.
Listen, man, give the job to Nat.
Coach Mitchell.
What do we do? We keep recycling these coaches?
Hey man, it's result driven.
Because who is out there?
But
you're not giving Mark Jackson a shot.
Give the new younger assistants.
Maybe Sam Cassell.
Raptor, they're looking at a lot of assistants, right?
Maybe Sam Cassell.
Possibly. I'll take well, I don't know, man. Doc.
He learned on the dock, huh?
Yeah. You know what I mean? We'll see how they do this season,
Ali,
man.
I don't know.
We'll see how they do this season because they're putting up a fight with my prediction of champions, the Boston Celtics. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, man.
I just don't understand, like Dame said it. It's funny. Dame had a tweet where he said, "Man, they just firing championship coaches like it ain't nothing.
Like it ain't nothing.
Like,
you know what I mean?
The dude just won the chip 2 years ago, and
look,
he's gone.
Look at the landscape of basketball. Period. Like even in the college, even in the NCAA Division 1, like AD, they're losing their job left, right, and center. Coaches, they're getting replaced left, right, and center. So it's like I think it's just across the board, man. Everything is result driven now. You know what I mean? The portal, people are just grabbing guys, like not guys, but like guys with experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of Portal, we want to shout out Elijah Fisher.
Hey,
With his commitment to DePaul
there you
University. We
go.
will be in Chicago checking you out
Let's
this
go.
fall. Let's get it. Shout out to him and Rohan.
They're doing it.
That's family.
They're doing it.
But speaking of college, I love how you just went there.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk about Bronny James's commitment
USC.
to USC.
Yeah.
So he committed to USC. People felt like it was either going to be Ohio State, just because they said that that was a school LeBron was going to go to when he was in college, or if he was going to go to college, it was going to be Ohio State because they're from Ohio, obviously. You had Oregon because of Phil Knight and his relationship with Nike, and Phil Knight is from Oregon, and that's his school. And then you had USC, Los Angeles, in the heart, downtown Los Angeles.
Home.
USC, he's right there. That's where he lives now. He resides in LA. He has another point guard All-American who was like the #1 player, I believe, in the country. I think his name is Coiler. He's a point guard. They already have another point guard that was there last year who was an All-American who was actually he went to Duke first. Or no, Memphis. Sorry, he went to Memphis and then transferred to back to California to play USC. So now they have Bronny. So they have like 3 point guards. And they also have Dennis Rodman's son is transferring over there to USC. So what are your thoughts? Is that the right school for him? I think it's kind of, I don't know, man. There's so many guards there. So,
I gotta see it. I gotta see it on paper.
Right.
I mean, not on paper. I gotta see it on the floor, see them in action. You know what I mean? I'm not really for the paper rosters. Paper rosters can look fabulous. You know what I mean?
Collier was the #1 guard in the country, #1 point guard. He signed to USC. Does Bronny play the 2?
Bronny's gonna mix
but then
it
they
up.
have the guard who averaged like 18. I forget his name. I need to know his name. It's gonna bug me. USC roster, but he's there.
Right.
So I'm just I don't know how that works for them.
Well, the coaches got to make it work.
Yeah.
Or LeBron is coming.
Well, LeBron definitely gonna come if he doesn't get that playing time. So, what do you think this is? Because they got Dennis Rodman's son coming in. They got Bronny James. They got the 2 guards. USC is like they got the young lady who's actually going there as well. I forget her name. Juju. Who's just USC is gonna be like lit this year.
Like I said, on paper, it's looking proper.
Yeah,
definitely.
And we also want to shout out the young lady Cheyenne Day Wilson for coming to Miami.
Yep. Let's go, Shy.
They got a bunch of Canadians over there as well, so we'll be out in South Beach.
Ooh.
Get your swimming trunks ready.
Shorts ready now, baby. Let's do it.
We will be there.
Yeah.
So NCAA is gonna be excited. The LSU, they got Haley Van Lith in the portal, so they just topped up like crazy.
They just topped up. They're defending that chip.
They're defending champs. So I'm excited, man. I'm really, really excited for college basketball. I'm really excited to see Elijah Fisher play.
Yep.
Of course, Cheyenne Day. Tasha's gonna be back. From her knee injury. She's gonna be back bigger, better,
stronger.
We got stronger. We got D-Loading. We got Hilton, who's over there. So we got a plethora of Canadians. We got the young man who signed over there. He's gonna be playing for Coach Larinaga on the men's side.
Yeah.
So it's like Miami has this twist of Canadians, man.
Shout that out, man. Real talk. No, I'm super stoked. I'm super happy. I'm grateful just to see this and witness it. I can't wait.
Absolutely.
I can't wait, man. And even bringing it to the Canadian side, man. They're not called Ryerson no more. What are they called, man? I'm gonna keep calling them Ryerson.
You
know what I mean?
What I call them, Ryerson.
But I'm hearing Jacoby's going over there.
Yes, Jacoby.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got a lot of guys over there, man. What's your homeboy's name? Falstaff's finest.
David Walker.
Walker.
Shout out David Walker.
You know what I mean?
He was drafted by Scarborough Shooting Stars. Shout out Scarborough Shooting Stars. We will be in the building this summer. Tickets on sale now. Go get them.
Come on. So I'm just basketball on the Canadian side. You know what I mean? To the American side.
I'm loving it.
I'm just loving it, man.
Yes.
So just keep doing it.
Yes.
Just keep doing it, man.
And we're gonna keep reporting it, man. Listen, if you guys want to debate with us, man, Call me a hater. Conversation's done. Anyways, what do you got? That's all I got, man. Call me a hater is over.
Yo, I just like the way my man Steph Curry. Yeah, I'm gonna call my man. I know I was hating on him a little bit. Not hating, but I was very critical of him a couple seasons back. You know what I mean? Or the last season. Either or.
Last season, you switched midway.
Either or. You know what I mean? Steph really put everybody on notice after, taking out the Kings. And I threw it out there. I even threw it out there when we went to the Scarborough Shooting Stars game live on location. And I said, he going to pass Magic. He going to be, if he wins another chip, he going to pass Magic and he's going to be the number one best point guard of all time.
Well, guess what?
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Lakers in 5.
We will see. Right? I just want to throw that out there, man.
Lakers in 5.
You know? And,
Chef Curry, Aisha Curry, Chicken Curry, Lakers in 5.
Enough said, man. Hey, continue to support Hip Hop Hoops. Follow us on all social media platforms. Like, share, all that on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Hit us up on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to check our website.
Yes.
Yo, Tidal League, you already know what it is, man. I got those emoji fingers. They're distant cousins. You know what it is, man. Keep supporting where hip hop meets hoops.
Let's go.
We out.